What's up? We are live on Facebook. We're actually here in my house. You can see my whiteboard with sticky. If you got big sticky notes and little sticky notes, you know you've been working on something important. So, let's see here where we got the GOAT, Frederick. Let's see where my man is. Stasek should be joining here shortly. You guys are gonna get to meet the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Ask anybody at Keller Williams, they'll tell you about him. He's a legend. Literally on his bag that he carries, it says the legend. For very good reason too. And I think they're up to no good tonight, if I was guessing, because I believe Albie and Gene are together. And I believe they're together in Cleveland, wrecking shop. What's up, everybody? Hey, Nikki, what's up, Adam Bailey? There's Albie. What's up, brother? How do I get you on? I thought I added you. Oh, bring.
Little. Yeah. Oh my goodness! Who do we have here?
The GOAT's here. The GOAT is here for you. Can you hear us?
Let's see if I can hear you. I can't hear you guys.
All right, we're gonna go somewhere quiet. Let's say hi to your boyfriend.
Hey!
Jay Kinder. All right.
I can't hear. That's weird. Can you guys hear?
Yes. Yes.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear now?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me, Albie?
Yes. We can hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear you. Looks like y'all are up to shenanigans. Oh, there! I caught a glimpse of it. See if I can bring him back. Can't hear you.
Now I can hear you. You can hear now?
Yeah.
All right. What's up? How you doing?
What's
Jay?
happening? How you
How
doing,
are you,
Gene?
man?
I'm doing fantastic. Wish I was there with you guys.
Oh, baby, I'll tell you what, 16 degrees doesn't bother me in Cleveland. Let's go.
I
love it.
I hear you guys are up to no good.
We were having a ball, I'm telling you, man.
We're meeting lots of new friends.
Lots
I
of
bet
friends.
you are. I bet you are. Making lots of new friends every day, I hear.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, Gene, why don't you introduce yourself? I know you carry a lot of accolades as it relates to the real estate industry. Why don't you tell a little bit about, for those that are watching that maybe somehow haven't heard of the legend himself, Gene Frederick.
Yeah, sure, right. Well, thank you so much. That is a joke in the family. Let's say that for sure. Been in the business since the 80s, Jay, you know, when we were just going with keys and books. Sold for Remax in the 80s. Top 20 in the state for Remax when I was selling in the 80s. Bought a Realty Executives in 1990 in Dallas, Fort Worth. Ran that for 5 years. Sold that in 1994, and my wife and I, Susan, were two of the first 10 agents in Dallas, Fort Worth for a small little company called Keller Williams. We were there 21 years.
Wow.
Yeah, loved it. Loved it. Owned and operated 6 Keller Williams franchises. And with my good friends and partners, Mike Brody and Dick Dillingham, we started the Northern California region for Keller Williams and sold franchises for them for a long, long time. Enjoyed it. And 2.5 years ago, I started with this small little company called eXp Realty. And that's who I'm with. I live in Austin, Texas.
In Austin, Texas.
Yep.
You got to tell me the story, Gene, because, you know, for someone who owns an entire Keller Williams region and in six offices, to make the kind of a jump over to eXp, I have to just wonder, what did you see, having gone through being the first, 2 agents at Keller Williams and all the growth that they've experienced? the decision to make that move over to eXp, you had to have thought through that as much or more than anyone probably could have thought through it. So
Well,
what did you see?
No, thanks for asking that, Jay. I'll tell you, I know you're a big book reader, and I'm big into a lot of the Malcolm Gladwell books. Mm-hmm. Malcolm's the one who read The Tipping Point.
Yep.
Blink. And
Yep.
in the book Blink, he talks about if you've been doing something for a long time. I mean, I've been doing real estate for over 3 decades. And when I saw eXp and I met with Glen Sanford for the first time 3 years ago, I mean, I came home and told my wife, I said, my gut reaction is I just met the gentleman who invented Netflix. She goes, excuse me? And I said, I don't know, but my gut feeling is this is something different. And at that time, 3 years ago, eXp Realty only had less than 400 agents. And then I researched it for 5 months, Jay. I'm telling you what, I'm an ex financial analyst before I got into real estate. And so crazy me, I researched it for 5 months, met the CEO, Jason Gessing, spent a lot of time with our founder of eXp, which is Glen Sanford. And I came back and I told my wife after researching it for 5 months, hey, try this one out, Jay. I've been married over 20 years. And I told Susan, I said, if you knew Netflix existed, would you own a Blockbuster? And she goes, well, of course not. And I said, we own 6 of them.
That's incredible.
Well, then Jay, you get the look. I get the look from my wife that only she knows. She's looking at me and she's going, oh no.
Please no.
And I said, honey, we got to sell our Blockbusters. We own 6 of them. We own a big one called a region. We got to own 7 things. And let me tell you, try that conversation out for size. And thank heaven I married the right woman. Susan just went, let's do it. Let's do it. And the company had a little bit under 500 agents 2 years and 8 months ago. And we've been living the dream. I keep telling people I'm having fun again. It's the weirdest thing. It's so exciting. The 2 years and 8 months, Jay, seems like about 3 months. I swear to God.
Right.
It's like I've known you forever.
I know. It's funny, and I hope everybody gets how real that is. I say it all the time. I haven't had this much fun, I don't think, since I've been in real estate. And it really is an absolute blast. And what's happening here and being able to share it with everyone and bring other people into the opportunity to see, what this is all about it's been more fun than I've had in a long, long time.
Yeah, same here. And I met Al. Of course, I met Al last year. I think I came out to Cleveland in May, and the minute I met Al, it's funny. You get these blinks, Jay. You get these blinks in life. If we've been doing real estate for a long time, we've all been looking from an industry's point of view. We've been looking for the Netflix. We've been looking for the Amazon. We've been looking for Air BNB. It hasn't been there, right? Same models, same franchise models. So when I saw this, I went, that's why you're having so much fun, because we're not trying to do the same thing we've always done. This is revolutionizing the real estate industry, and we are affecting people's lives better than anybody's ever done before. And if you know Susan and I, and most of the KW folks do, we were there 21 years, and we love our KW folks. They're just awesome. They're still just good friends of ours. We vacation with them.
For sure.
Is we just want to help people. We want to help people have a retirement plan, right? We want to help them have an exit strategy, right? And so it's exciting for us. We're just living our dream. And it really does feel, I told Susan the other day, she goes, my gosh, you talk about eXp all the time. And I said, honey, if you invented Air BNB, would you not be talking about it all the time? I mean, if you were there and you feel it, we're in the middle of it right now. I mean, we're in the middle of Netflix right now, and we're Netflix. I tell people it's just kind of awesome.
It is. It absolutely is. And today, I got so excited today. I got on a call, and this was completely random, but I get on a call with SkySlope, and they basically reached out to me because they knew that we had, the potential to expand, into multiple markets, and they were just wanting to kind of go over what some of their services are. They are making it absolutely a no-brainer to recruit from all across the country. You can build a team now so easily, and utilizing the online campus for training, and utilizing utilizing SkySlope and all the transaction management with their transaction coordination, you can literally build an endless number of agents on a team. You want to talk about expansion. The reason that I think we're attracting, I don't even think everybody sees this yet, Gene. Today, I caught a glimpse of, oh my God, there's nothing stopping me from recruiting 1,000 agents onto my team and delivering way better opportunity under a way better model with no limitations on boundaries of where I can recruit them to, having to be in my own local market. It was it was a huge eye opener for me what kind of an opportunity that really is, and how easy it was. This SkySlope saw it. They built the transaction coordination team. Now you doesn't matter where you're at, what state, they manage that through the state broker, and you can literally recruit agents onto your team anywhere in the country, and that's going to open up a door where I see thousands of agents on a team. I mean, it's it's blowing my mind today. How
Jay,
easy it would be to do that.
Well, Jay, you and I have coached agents forever, and I've been coaching agents for over 20 years. Agents want access. What I mean by that, every book I've read about what's happening to the industry and what's happening for real estate agents is they want quick access. They want quick access to everything, right? So when you mention SkySlope, if you have a transaction and something's going wrong, you want access right away. Right. You don't want to have to get in your car, drive an hour to an office, get in a bricks. I relate it to Blockbuster or Netflix. If we want to watch a movie, we want access. Right. I mean, come on, for $8 a month, you're just sitting there with the clicker, right? We're not going back, right? I don't know about your area, but I haven't seen any Blockbusters reappearing.
No.
And it's really because of access. So what agents want, and I know what they want, I am an agent. My wife is an agent. We want access to things quickly, prompt. And our world, our eXp world, as we called it, World Campus. Glen Sanford. Thank you. Genius. I mean, I'm Gene. He's genius.
Okay. Speaking of coaching, does he not look? Yeah. Does this guy not remind you of Uncle Floyd Wickman? This guy. This is Uncle Floyd Wickman. I learned everything. This guy's amazing.
Floyd is a good-looking man.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I get a like for Uncle Floyd? This is a real deal right here.
I'm just Gene Frederick.
Hey, I got a question. If I wouldn't, can you hear me? Okay.
Sure.
Jay, we've had a lot of questions about this one topic, and that is the difference between, profit sharing. In fact, we just actually met with an agent right before we came over here at Starbucks, and she's like, well, what's the difference between revenue and profit share? Isn't it the same thing? Revenue share, profit share? He actually answered the question beautifully. Would you mind going down that road there, Jay?
No, I think that's a great question for Gene.
Well, I think, first of all, I want you to understand, how can you compare, it's so funny. I have my daughter-in-law worked for J.C. Penney's in Plano, Texas for 12 years, my daughter-in-law, in the marketing department, Jay, of J.C. Penney's nationwide. I said, how's it going against Amazon? She goes, we don't know how to market against it. And I said, well, why not? She goes, I think we're going to do the catalog again. I said, excuse me? So, see, if you have a model like a J.C. Penney's and you're on bricks and mortar, and then somebody else does an Amazon, they can't relate. Does that make sense?
Right.
So when people say, well, how do you compare a profit sharing model versus a revenue share model? I said, I can't. And they go, what do you mean? I said, well, the profit sharing model is off profit, and it's geared on every single office, a franchise that everybody has. And I said, we don't have franchises. They go, what do you mean? I said, we don't have franchises. So we don't even have that model. And they go, well, how does it compare? And I said, well, let's look at this. We take money off the top, right? Now, I'll tell you, Jay, most companies take money off the top, but what do they call it? Let's say you have a $10,000 commission. What do they take off the top on every sale? Most franchises. A royalty fee. Okay. So they take money off the top and they give it to who, Jay? Where's that royalty fee go?
The regional.
It goes up.
You made
to
that,
the corporate.
Right?
It goes up to the owner. Okay. So what's funny, we take money off the top. And by the way, when I say off the top, we do a split with the agent. It's only the money that goes to eXp. We take part of that money, Jay, and share it with the agents, to the agents who help us grow the company. I don't know about you. Do you like a model where you take money off the top and give it to an owner? Or do you like, as an agent,
No.
I like it where it takes off the top and we give it to the agent. It's such a different model. You know, I keep telling people, we're not thinking outside the box, Jay. We're a whole new box.
Right. That's so true. It's a completely different business model, and it's absolutely the right thing to do. When you really think about it, the agents are the ones that are doing the deals. The agents, we are the ones that are growing the company. We're the ones that are telling other agents about the opportunity. It's just a brilliant business model. I mean, I really wish that I could have figured this out myself, but I'm really glad I didn't, because I wouldn't have been able to stop trying to build it. And I'm just thankful that we came along with it in place and built it with the opportunity right in front of us just to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and I want to thank Glen Sanford, because Glen, to me, when I met him 3 years ago and I spent 5 months researching it, he stuck with the model that we're going to grow through agents, not franchises and owners. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Because to me, a lot of the things that agents run into when they want to expand, you mentioned expanding all over the nation. Franchises limit how you can expand. You think about it. You can only go in this area, or you have to pay more fees or anything. And our agents, you mentioned having a team all over the nation. I think I've been here 2.5 years. I have people in 38 states. Really? Really?
Yeah. I'm going to play devil's advocate. Well, yeah, but didn't KW try the revenue share model and it didn't work? Right? I got that just last week.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I would say this. I have no idea what they did way back when. I was with them for 21 years, and the only model I experienced was profit share. It's the only one I experienced.
Well, it was 30 years ago.
Yeah,
and
so,
we talked about this. It was 30 years ago before the internet existed.
Yeah,
the
so
internet didn't exist.
Well, you think about it, there's no advantages to go national with no bricks and mortar until you have the internet, until you have the cloud.
Right.
Until you have a cloud platform. And I admit, 3 years ago when Glenn showed me the model, I went, Avatar? What? You know, I'm gonna be a little piece in a video game. Guess what? I am so into it now. It's like crazy. It's crazy. And once you get into it, you go, wait, again, access. I want access to, as an agent, I want access to the accounting department. I want access to the technology department. I want access to everything. I want it on fingertips. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if anybody today has a cell phone. Anybody? Anybody? I mean, come on. I don't know. I think everybody has a cell phone. So I want access to things. I don't want to wait. And I don't think we're going back, Jay. We are not going backwards. Right? You see it.
No, there's too much advantage to give up here. I don't see it going backwards for sure.
And our customers want access. Our customers want access to everything. They want access quickly, right? They don't want to wait. They don't want to wait. You mean you can't meet? You can't meet me? I could do a listing presentation right now in the cloud with somebody from New Jersey. They come in as an avatar. I'm there as an avatar. I pull up all their, you know, it's so great. I mean, I'm sitting here. I can show them property in the cloud. There's so many things I can see us doing in the future. Our agents are getting it. They're going, wait, Gene, I could do a listing presentation in there. I go, I know. Why are you getting in your car and driving an hour? Why don't you just read them in the cloud? Show them all the comps. Done. Done.
Isn't this a nice
they need
bar?
a little mind, like a little blow up button on Facebook for.
Look at it, Jay. Look where we're at right now.
Where is this? Is that the bar?
Well, we might be at the bar. We might be at the bar. Yeah. Hey, Jay. What about the objection we heard this week about profitability? You want to ask Gene a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think so. I think Gene, this is a great question. You know, for someone who's not really as educated on the financial side of things, you know, when you're looking at the books and you're looking at, you know, obviously eXp is a publicly traded company, and you don't know how to read those financials, you might think, oh well, this company's not even profitable. Sustainable might be an objection, And I think we've had a few people have brought that up. How would you answer it?
Well, first of all, the best thing I can ever tell you is that we are a publicly traded company. Okay, I mean, you talk about open book, the financials are there. It is brilliant because a lot of people say they're an open book company, but I don't know. I can't get the financials on a lot of companies. Can you?
No.
I mean, nobody's showing them to me. So when they're looking at our financials, one thing you have to look through, and please read the financials. What you'll read in there in about the second or third paragraph is that we have $3.3 million in the bank. That's our cash. And here's the cool thing. Say hi to Dave Ramsey. No debt. No debt. No debt. No short term, no long term. So a year ago, I think we were pushing about 700,000 or 800,000 in cash. So a year later, we're at 3.3. And so that's what I look at when I look at those financials. And I don't know about you, but it's not really brain surgery to figure out this. Wouldn't you love to have an office with 6,000 agents and no bricks and mortar?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, no rent, no copiers, no furniture payments, no cell phone. You know, I've ran offices, and I went, you point that to anybody in the real estate business that's owned or operated a firm and say, because we just passed 6,000 last week, right?
Yep.
We're going to hit the end of the year somewhere between 6,200 and 6,600 agents.
Dennis Gagan, Jr., he wrote, "What do you say when people want to meet you at your office since there isn't a brick and mortar office to sign contracts and do settlements at?" You want to take that one?
We meet them everywhere. And we do have a national arrangement with Regus, Regus. This is another Glen Sanford special, another genius thing. Because I said, well, where are you going to meet? And he goes, I've got a national arrangement with Regus. So you could go meet that customer at a Regus, be in their open area, sign all the contracts. There's always receptionists there. It's professional. Okay. So that's what we do. We actually have about 11. Here's the way I look at it. We started in Austin, Texas, and I tell people we have 11 offices. And they go, where are they? They're the 11 Reguses.
Right.
Okay. And in Dallas, we have, I think, 26 offices. And they go, what do you mean? I go, yeah, they're the Reguses. Just meet your people anywhere you want to meet them. It's convenience for the client if you want that professional environment. If not, meet them at your mortgage company, meet them at your title company. In fact, to sign contracts, I don't know about you, but I like a triple grande non-flat latte, and I just get my doggone thing and sit outside in Austin, Texas, and sign the contracts right there.
What was that medicine? The one agent?
Yeah.
Was it called a medicine ball?
A medicine ball at Starbucks. I don't know. I guess.
Curious. I'm curious how many people that are watching here even sign original contracts. I know that in Lawton, Oklahoma, where I'm from, that there's still brokers that require like the original signed contracts, like it's part of MLS board rules. Like we're probably the slowest city in the country, but I would imagine that most all of us are getting contracts signed over the internet anyway. So it goes back to, well, did you try to meet them in the for me, is okay, client really wants to meet with you. If you want to look at property, that's one thing. You can meet them at property. You can meet them in a number of different places that you just mentioned. But I think it's a limiting belief that you can't meet them in the cloud and have that meeting right there in the cloud.
Exactly.
And I've actually we got to get our head around. That's an opportunity for us to really become more efficient with our time as well.
Well, we never imagined. I have 5 kiddos. I have 5 children. None of them have cable. Sorry, guys. They all have Netflix. I go to visit my daughter, and I can spend the night at one of my daughter's house, and she goes, well, here's Netflix. It's $8 a month or $9 a month. Dad, pick whatever thing you want to watch. And I go, what about cable? She goes, are you kidding? In other words, do we watch TV different than we used to?
Yep.
Do we want access to things right away? This binge watching, oh my gosh. Who knows? There's about 8 shows everybody tells me I got to watch, and so I got to spend all weekend watching TV. But
my 4-year-old refers to TV as turn on Netflix. That's how he doesn't.
Exactly.
He refers to it as Netflix. It's all he knows. Go in here, pick out something to watch, and that's how we watch TV.
So Jay, call me crazy, but I think 5 years from now, we'll think the cloud is old news.
Right.
We won't even think anything different. It's so convenient to go do something in the cloud. right?
Hey, Dennis Gag, he's making some good questions here. Gagney, Dennis, they provide DigiSign through our through SkySlope. So SkySlope is included in our monthly tech fee, along with Commissions Inc. site. You also get a conversion site, and you get access to our cloud SkySlope, which has DigiSign. And so, yes, that is totally included with no additional fees to our agents.
Right. So all that stuff's there. I couldn't imagine. And again, Jay,
for $50 a month, by the way. Let me add a side note to that. That tech package is pretty expensive, isn't it?
Just so you know, if you go 30 years back, I had a cell phone in the 80s that I paid $1,000 a month to have a cell phone. So when people say it's expensive to be in the business now, I said, excuse me?
Did that thing have a screen? Did that cell phone have a screen? I didn't even have a screen.
I looked much better back then.
I couldn't even watch it.
Was that the bag phone? Was that the bag phone? Or was
the
it
bag phone. It was a bag phone, baby.
Wait, did the bag say legend on it?
No, not until now.
I bet you it said legend.
Oh, that's great.
You guys are great, but it's the wave of the future. It's what we're going to be doing. If we can't see what's going to be happening, our customers are going to make it for us. Let's just get out in front of it. Let's have them have access to us. Let's get access to them quicker. Let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Our buddy Adam Bailey. I think Adam's on here. That's his line. Just do it.
Come on, guys.
Just do it.
You know,
I highly encourage you. If you haven't watched the webinar, I have to tell you, spend the hour with an open mind and just watch the webinar. If you do, you're going to do the same thing we are. You're going to get it, and you're going to see what we saw, and you're going to want to do what we're doing. That's all I can tell you. So, I mean, invest the time to watch the webinar. We're happy to talk to you anytime. Obviously, this is like one big happy family. Is what I'm learning.
Hey, Marcy Willems.
Hey, Marcy.
Marcy on.
Hey.
What's up, Daniel?
Marcy.
What's up, Daniel?
Steve, Daniel, Wayne.
Salmons, what's up, buddy?
All my friends. Kristen Baum.
What's up, man? A lot of good
awesome,
people.
Man.
What's up, Jay? A lot of great people watching.
Well,
thank you guys.
Hey, I'm just excited. I got the GOAT here in Cleveland, Ohio. Him and I, we're going to go out. We're going to go make some snow angels in a little bit.
All right. My wife is literally like holding back my children from like breaking through the barriers to get in here. So any minute.
Wait, so you're saying they don't just stay quiet when you're on the phone? They just don't know.
No. There's a miracle that it hasn't been destroyed. This beat hasn't already been destroyed.
Awesome. Excuse me.
All right, hey, thank you so much, Gene.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. Great time.
You guys are awesome. Al, I appreciate you making this happen. Gene, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. And everybody, thanks for joining us here on this Facebook Live. You got to meet the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Gene Frederick.
The legend.
And we'll probably be doing some more of these random appearances on Facebook Live. So thank you guys. Y'all have a great evening.
Take care.
See you, Jay.
Man.
Bye-bye.